Right. Fantastic.
All right, day two.
Day two. Welcome in. Welcome in. So we got a lot going on today. What are we going to do today?
We're going to be stitching out the bonus block.
Yes, which is so pretty. We should show that real quick.
Should.
Here you go. Give that a show.
Okay, this is what we are going to be stitching out today. Is our cute little bonus block. And it has lots of florals, a cute little wreath, and a bee that is on there.
So cute.
Yep, hopefully with the magic of having things started out in two different hoops, it won't go too slowly on a live, because I don't like you to spend 15 minutes watching the machine. You could do that on your own when you stitch it out.
Well, that's true.
So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So how do they get this again?
So we're going to definitely recap probably now and also afterwards and show some different things. But to get it, as Annie mentioned, you would have to get the bundle, which is basically just everything you need to make it, right? So to get the bonus, you would add the design, which is on USB, and the 5 yard battleizer. It's in there as one product called Hello Spring plus 5 yards battleizer. Make sure you're Canada, US.
Yep.
And then also add the bonus. It's $15. Add it to your cart. And then you'll use coupon code HS bonus, like Hello Spring bonus, and it'll take that $15 off. You do need to get kind of the bundle. It's a bundle bonus. So you do need to get that
design and 5 yard battleizer.
Yes.
And then also add the bonus design.
I'm throwing stuff already. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, you just add both of those to your cart, use the coupon code, and then you get that bonus for free. But not to mention, even if you don't need battleizer, you have a whole bunch in your house, because we know people like to stock up on that. If you just registered for the event, even, you're getting a freebie. And I want to say this is like the 3rd or 4th freebie this month.
I know.
So just know, if you're not getting the bundle, that's how you get the bonus. You have to get that bundle. But if not, you can just get the free gift just for registering, which is this adorable coaster. How cute is that? So if they
registered, it's already, the coaster project is already in your account.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So when you go to download it, you might as well just get this also and download everything all at once.
Yeah. And this is just the $28.99. The bundle is 10% off. Plus includes the bonus. So if you like to save money, even if you have battleizer, 10% off plus the bonus is not too shabby. So that might be the way to go. But we'll talk more about that after we watch Annie do her thing. Bless you.
Our studio audience is amazing.
All right. So do you want to take over at the machine?
Yeah, let me go over here to the
I know, Maggie, that's what I'm saying. Not need battleizer. That's unheard of. I love that. That's right. Okay.
Okay, so hold on here. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of thread here. So these are the instructions you would download for the bonus block. And on the second page, it will show you everything that you need and lists all the thread you would need. And I would recommend, we say that you would need a light, medium, and dark for the pink flowers. Your flowers may not be pink, but we just wanted to show you where they are within the design. So what I did is I went in here and wrote peach, and then I wrote blue. So you'll need some of the flowers need 3 shades and 2 of the flowers need 2 different shades. So here's my peach or orange. I've got a light, medium, and a dark. And then my other 2 shades, I have teal and I have yellow for my tulips. So I have a light and a dark shade of those. So those are what you need for that. Another thing you'll need is you'll need a color thread of your choice for the quilting. I'm going to be stitching on a hot pink. So I'm going to use a light pink for my quilting thread. And you'll need green for the wreath part. Oh, I had all my threads in order. Now I got them all out of order. And I already had a yellow thread from one of my flowers, but you have a bee in here. So I have yellow and I have black. And I have a pretty silver metallic I'm going to use for the wings. And then we're going to put this is going to be we're going to put our backing fabric right side down at the end and sew a stitch around it and then turn it. So it's going to be lined. And this is just a thread I'll use to sew that seam. So let me get a little bit organized over here again. So to begin with, I have already hooped my battleizer and did step one. Step one just sews an outline stitch around the entire area. And that shows us where to place our wool. Now, this is an optional piece of wool that you can put on here if you want a little bit of dimension. Can I have that block over there? This one? Yeah. So this one, if I remember correctly, does not have the wool in it. And this one does. And I'm not sure whether it's going to come across in the camera or not. But it just gives you a little bit more dimension if you decide to use it. And you need to do a little prep first. We tell you what size to cut it. And then you have to, with your hot iron, go ahead and press about 1/4 of an inch around the perimeter of there. So I've already done that step 2. So step 2, adding the wool, it did a zigzag stitch around the perimeter there. So I am now on hopefully step 3. And then you're going to take your piece of fabric, which is 7 inch by 7 inches. And so far, all my steps have been done in water soluble thread. So I'm going to lay, this one also is water soluble thread. I'm going to lay my fabric right over the top of that wool or that placement stitch if you don't use wool. I'm just going to pull it back, make sure I'm evenly centered over the top of that. And then with the water soluble thread, I'm just going to tack this fabric down. And I'm just going to, I'm first of all going to make sure I'm threaded. That's always helpful. Let me start over. This is what happens when we move machines around. All right, we'll try that again. So I'm just going to make sure that my fabric stays nice and flat.
I love that pink.
Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
Hot pink. And I love the green thread, how it shows up on this particular hot pink. So there is, now my fabric is tacked down. So my next step is we're going to sew that wreath. So let me put my green thread in here.
No pressure threading a needle.
No pressure when I got a needle threader.
Fancy tools.
Oh, you know what?
What?
You guys are gonna laugh. I put the wrong color thread in.
Oh.
This is the quilting,
The
not
pressure
wreath.
did
I
get
know
to
the
ya.
pressure got to me, so I'm gonna use this light pink. Whoops. I caught it ahead of time. We would have had a pink wreath and
Oh, interesting.
green background quilting. We'll try this all over again. All right, I think we're all set to go. Okay. I'll hit the start button and it's going to be doing some honeycomb background quilting on there.
You know, yesterday when you pointed out, we were talking about the design, and you said honeycomb around that. Nina and I were both like, oh my gosh, we didn't even realize that's what that was. But then when she said it, we're like, well, yeah, it looks just like honeycomb.
Yeah. We like to slip fun quilting in there that kind of goes with the theme of things. And that's what's fun about our designs. You don't have to worry about how to quilt them because the quilting is included with it.
Hi, Sandra from Naples. I hope it's beautiful where you are. That it is. Was the pink fabric face down? Someone asked.
No, the pink fabric is right side up.
Oh,
See, there's the back side. Yep. Because that's our pretty side. That's the top of our block.
And we've got people
popping in now, if you're just joining us, we are stitching out the bonus block. So if you order the bundle, which we'll talk about all that after we see this part too, but this is a free bundle purchase. It's basically the bundle bonus. Yes, you take this little thing too, plus the design. So that finished one too while we're wait. This is the finished one. You can see all the cute. I love how the flowers are shaded. So there's a light and dark there, a light and dark here, and a light, medium, and a dark on those pink flowers. So the wool we're using is just filter stream. What's it called? Oh my gosh, the name is so it's dream wool. There you go. So I'm not sure about the weight, Lynn, but it's filter stream product. It's called dream wool. It's great for this. It just gives it some really nice dimension, and it's an optional step too. So it isn't a requirement. But if you like the dimension that it gives the quilting, then it's perfect for you. So hopefully that helps answer your question. And honestly, I would, if I was going to use this little block as a mug rug, a coaster or something, or to put on a table with a vase, I would skip the wool because you want it to be a little flatter to be able to knock. You don't want your vase or your drape to be knocked over because it's on a kind of uneven surface. That's a good point. That's so pretty. Like the hot pink with like the light pink thread. What color are you guys gonna do? We had a lot of really pretty colorways we showed yesterday. Of the spring finished sample, just like our samples and then some shop samples, and I think every single one of them is so cute. Sarah wants me to confess a mistake. You guys should have heard us all bickering up here before this live. That's what happens when you work with family. Yeah, don't put that there, move it over there. And trying to move stuff to different locations. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you again the finished one. And I want everybody to take a good look at the bee. It took a minute, but somebody made us aware of the fact that our bee did not have wings.
And no, how many? I didn't notice it.
I didn't notice it. I think you did notice it. Sarah would notice it and point out my mistakes. But anyway, the bee you are getting does have wings.
Yeah, he was fixed for yesterday.
That's right. He was just one that stayed in the beehive and did all the work on the honeycomb. All right, so our next step is now I can put the green thread in, and we're going to stitch out the wreath.
Catherine says the quilting would make a great filler block.
Wouldn't it though? It certainly would. Okay, so now we're stitching out the wreath. I'm gonna flip a thread tail here. I think you'll kind of get the idea that the wreath is stitching next. So I'm going to let this go for a minute, and then we're going to jump ahead a few steps on another one that I already have hooped up, and we'll give it just a couple minutes.
Okie dokie. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm actually going to turn my camera back on. So we're going to have Annie's quilting over there still going. It doesn't matter. Whatever you guys, whatever you want to do. No, you're fine. And I just want to mention that tomorrow we have a very big day as well. So we're doing the Hello Spring launch yesterday and today, but we have something coming tomorrow too. So we have a lot going on this week. So basically tomorrow we're going to start our first class for Quilt and the Hoop 101. You guys ready? Sarah, Annie, you're going to be doing that too.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm just gonna do what Sarah tells me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have stuff ready.
they say
I
they're
know
ready. I
she's
don't know if
ready.
you can hear them, but they say they're ready. No, they know what they're doing, but they're going to do the basic block, and look how gorgeous that is. So if you are one of the people participating in Quilt in the Hoop 101, we will be live here again at the same time tomorrow doing the class. And don't worry if you cannot catch the live. I know some people were at work and all that good stuff. We're going to be recording it. So that's really nice. You'll be able to see the class as a replay here in Facebook, but you'll also be able to just check your email and get that recording as well. So this is what we're going to start with tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then the following week, who's doing this with us? Anybody? So on my camera right now, we've got Annie, if you're just joining us, is stitching out the bonus block, and it's stitching a wreath right now for the Hello Spring. And I'm just letting you guys know that we also have Quilt in the Hoop 101 coming up tomorrow. So you're going to kind of move through all of this. And then at the end of Quilt in the Hoop 101, you're going to be able to make this. How awesome is that? Look how pretty that is. Look at the applique. Beautiful. How's your wreath coming, Annie?
It's coming good. I think I'm gonna stop it and
Okay.
stop this and give me a pen. I'm gonna write down my stitch. Okay, you're good.
All right.
Okay.
So hang on for just a second. I'm going to write a number down because I'm going to come back and finish this later because I think it's just too cute to toss in the trash. So we are not going to finish this because I'm going to jump ahead so you don't have to wait so long to get the instruction on the rest of it. So the wreath is not quite finished. There's still some more leaves and some more stitching to do on here, but I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to show you some of the other steps. And I'm gonna lay this here, and I gotta get my machine to where I need it to be. I'm gonna go to step 11, and I'll just talk you through the other steps. Okay. So here we are. This, you can see where the wreath, what it looks like when it's finished. So between step 6 and 6 through 10, what we did is we stitched light, medium, dark over these little orange flowers here. We did a light and a dark on the teal. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stitch some yellow tulips with a light and a darker colored yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, I don't know if you can notice it, but the leaves and also the stitching on the flowers is kind of a hand stitched effect that we have on there.
It's different than what we normally
It
do.
is
and I love
different. It definitely is. Sarah, would you mind going and getting me a new bobbin? I just looked there and thought, ooh, it's getting kind of low. Okay, I think we're good with this one now.
That yellow is cute.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with a yellow, a light colored yellow on my tulips. And your tulips can be red or any shade you want. I'm going to go ahead and start with my tulips. Thank you. Yep, so it's going to do this hand stitch effect, and it's lots of layering of thread to give it that natural look that you see in nature of all the different colors of flowers. This might be a good time to play it safe and put a new bobbin in.
Good idea.
just in case. It's supposed to be on my checklist of things to check before we do this. But the checklist is in my mind. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stitch some more flowers. Have a couple more little tulips that we're sewing the base of it with the lighter color, and then we'll come through and it'll do more detail with the darker yellow. So the cool thing about this design, I think if someone is new to doing quilt in the hoop, that this is just, there's no piecing, there's no applique.
Yeah.
It's just embroidery on a quilt sandwich. So it should be very easy to step into if you're used to embroidery. Okay, now I'm going to change to the darker yellow.
I can't wait for you guys to post yours so we can see what colors you end up doing.
Okay, now we're going to do some detail on those tulips.
If you guys want to see us stitch out more of these blocks, so Sarah on YouTube on Friday at 6 p.m. I will be stitching out the bottom block that has the bicycle on it. So that one's really fun to stitch out because it's got some of the flowers, and it has the cute basket which has a nice texture when you stitch it. And then obviously the bike is adorable. So that was fun. I love how the threads really layered upon one another to add a lot of dimension to them. So that's fun. So join me on YouTube Friday at 6 p.m. I'll stitch out that bottom block.
I'm really loving these colors on the hot paint.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
We're onto the bee when this finishes this step.
Yay!
Yay!
I love the bee.
The bee is very cute.
Sandra, we will repeat that when the machine's done stitching. I think it'll be easier for you to hear us then.
So Sandra, it's still going. I can't. It tricked me.
Almost.
All right, I'm gonna try to talk really loud while she's stitching right by me. But Friday, we have Sew with Sarah. It's a YouTube special. We do it at 6 p.m. Friday nights over on our YouTube channel. I'll share it to the Facebook group too. But Sarah is stitching out this block right here. So we're just doing the bonus block today for the release party. But we're going to get more in depth on Friday with this block. And this is the basket she's talking about. It's really pretty. And Sarah does like a step-by-step video that will be on her YouTube channel Friday night.
I think we are ready to stitch the bee. You know what? The good news is I already have my yellow thread in there. So I can just begin stitching. Gonna do the bee body, do the yellow first.
Excited about the bee.
I would take that bee if you got digitizing software out of here and just put it on anything. Just take the little bee body parts. Don't forget the wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's our yellow, and now I'm gonna switch to black. I'm excited to see what colors people will do this in as well. It's always fun to see.
It is.
Sarah, did you have a question you were going to answer, or did Aubrey just answer it?
No, I don't. Well, there was one question, is it 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? And I know there's technically a difference between standard time and daylight savings time. So yes, we are currently in daylight savings time, and that's at 6 p.m. EDT.
East Coast time.
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yes.
Some of his little stripes and his little feet. On the Hello Spring wall hanging, there are two cute little bees that are on there. So here is one of them by the G
With his wings.
with his wings. They both have their wings, and there's another bee.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay, now it's wing time. So I'm going to be using a silver metallic. You can just use a light gray. A lot of different colors. You could probably use a white. Oh. Okay, now we can add what is going to be our lining or backing fabric. We're going to do it in a lining style. So I'm going to take, this is going to be my fabric that will be on the back, and I'm going to take it right side down. So we're going to have right sides together right over the top of our hot pink.
That's pretty fabric too.
Isn't that pretty? Even the back side's pretty. And I'm just going to match my thread to my fabric. and it's going to sew the seam for us, and it's going to sew it while leaving an opening so we can turn it. Just going to make sure my fabric stays nice and smooth. Okay, my design is finished. My strong magnets off here. All right. So the next steps you would do is you're going to use your trimmer by George, and you're going to trim away the battleizer on all four sides. So you'll spin it around, do it on all four sides. And the fabric that is left here on the edge, you're going to then trim it. Turn your trimmer by George over, and on the ruler side, trim 1/4 inch away from there. And on the corners, you'll clip the corners. Whoops, where's my opening? And then you will just turn it and make sure your corners are nice and square. And then you'll top stitch it just like I did here all the way around. And you'll top stitch that opening. I'm trying to find my opening. I'm not sure what side it's on, but then you will have this. So I will finish this up after the live, and then we will post a picture of the finished one. And so hopefully everyone has enjoyed that. Were you okay?
Yep.
Any questions or anything?
Let's see. If you guys have questions about what Annie's doing, let us know. We did have a why use water soluble,
Okay.
which is a frequent. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. So why do we use water soluble was a good question.
Okay.
I don't know if we have.
Yeah,
an
I don't know if
example.
we have an example on here or not, but the reason that we do use water soluble, and I know that on our bonus block, we're just turning it, but when you have, oh, I thought maybe Sarah had a better example.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
probably a
do
better
that
example
tomorrow.
on, yeah. And yeah, that's something that she's going to talk about in the Quilt and Hoop 101. When you sew your blocks together, that basing stitch that tacks everything down, if it's water soluble and it shows through on your seams on the front of your quilt, then you can just get it wet, or if you're going to put it in the washing machine, or you just dab it with water, then it will dissolve and you won't have any of those stitches to pick out. So that's why we use water soluble.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to jump in here and share my screen with you. Okay, I think we're working. Screen share, thank you. Okay, so Annie was stitching out the bonus today. The bonus is part of the bundle. So if you order the bundle for the Hello Spring plus the 5 yards of battleizer, then you also get that bonus. It's part of that. And then, so basically right now, if you get that bundle, it's actually 10% off just through March 27th, which is next Monday already, which I don't even know how that's possible. But you have until next Monday to get it for just the $56.69. So for that price, you're getting the 5 yards of battleizer, which by the way is step 1 of this design, and lots of others, is hoop your battleizer. So you're definitely going to want some of that. And then you also get the design on USB. And then you'll add the $15 bonus to your cart and use the coupon code HS bonus at checkout. And that'll take 15 bucks off, and it'll get you the bonus with your bundle. Okay. So that is how you get what she stitched today. I saw some questions about that. If you don't need battleizer and don't want the bonus, you can just get the design for $28.99. And that is the price always. Okay. And that you can get on USB or by download. And then the other thing I'll mention is after the 27th, the price on the bundle does go up to $62.98, and the bonus would no longer be free with that coupon for the bundle. So you're getting a good deal if you get it before Monday or by the end of day Monday, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to stop my screen share. It looks like you want to share something. Okay, go for it.
I trimmed my block while she was talking.
Okay.
So this is what it'll look like on the bottom of it where the battleizer was. And this was the side that was on the top of the hoop. So here's our opening. So I'm just going to turn it and make sure my edges are all poked out and then top stitch it. So I just wanted to show
You just
that.
wanted to show.
I
Okay.
just wanted to show them.
All right, perfect. So, I'm gonna stay on for a second to answer any questions. I also, if you guys want me to show you how to get the free gift, if you're unsure how to download that, let me know in the comments. I did show it yesterday, but I can show it again if need be. I'm just gonna hang on to make sure that we don't have any questions.
Speak now or
Right. Or ask later and we'll
Yeah,
answer you
yeah.
later.
it's not like we're going away.
Okay. Okay.
So there's my little block all turned. So I'll make sure my corners come out nice and I'll press it and top stitch it and then it'll be finished.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's super cute. It's a
It
nice
is really
bonus to
cute.
go along with the bundle. And again, on Friday, Sarah is going to have Sew with Sarah's episode is going to be stitching out the bike. So she'll do step-by-step stitch out on that part of it too. So we will share that to the group, but it's also going to be on YouTube. And then just one last reminder that if you're watching this and you're like, what the heck is this water soluble thread? How did you trim that? If you have questions like that, we are starting our Quilt and the Hoop 101 classes tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 4 Wednesdays back to back, all at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to stream it in the Facebook group. We're also going to be recording it. So feel free to watch that. If you just kind of want some more information on our Quilt and the Hoop process. If you really want to deep dive into it, you can still order Quilt and the Hoop 101 too. It's just $32.99.
So.
And then you'll get the course guides and you'll know more than just like how to do it. You'll know why we do certain things. So
Right.
I think that'll be really nice.
Yeah.
You're going to be joining her on
I'm
that
going to be
tomorrow
joining
too.
her and she has a lot of detailed information in here. So I think any question we've ever had will probably be answered in this course. So
Yeah.
it'll be great.
Yeah. Someone asked about the block size. Carol, we do have some designs that go down to as small as a 5-inch. So it just depends on the project, what the block sizes will be. This one, I think if we just did it on a 5-inch, it would be so tiny that to us, the 7-inch is kind of the way to go. So if you can only do a 5-inch or something smaller, check out the website. I think the bunny block that's going around right now is a 5-inch. But there's also, we have quilt designs that come in a 5-inch too. So just check the description. This is not one of them. But I just think it'd be too small in a 5-inch.
It would be like this big.
Yeah, it'd be real tiny.
It
So,
would.
all right, you all, any other questions?
But we even have some of our heirloom quilts in 5-inch block
We do.
sizes.
Yeah. And the heirloom quilts, if you're not sure what the heirloom quilt is, those were like former shop exclusives and they're much bigger quilts, lots more blocks. Let's put it that way. Additional blocks, way more
Yes.
than this.
Yes.
And now those typically come 5 to 9-inch, but this year's even has a 10-inch. So I know you're
Yes, it
looking for something
does.
smaller, but if someone has a big machine, you
Yep.
can do that one
Yep,
too.
absolutely.
Okay, so
So-
take advantage of this 10% off on the bundle. Take advantage of that bonus. Get yourself a fun little design that won't take you very long to make.
Yep,
And
that's right.
then we'll see you back here 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow too
All right.
for another class.
That's
Okay.
right. Class
Thank
after
you all.
class. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.